And for more on the game, Josina Anderson joins us now live. Josina, so good to see you. It all came down to a missed field goal. The Eagles are the only unbeaten team in the NFL. Tell us, how are they doing it?
Well, let me tell you, first of all, that was a very thrilling ending to a game that I have to admit was a little bit ho-hum up to that last series there. I mean, for it to come down to a 43-yarder on Matt Amendola's foot, when you consider the fact that Matt Prater had missed the game that put him in that position in the first place, and then the rookie undrafted kicker from the Eagles makes his, to obviously get their score up and go 2017. And then now it's on Matt Amendola to do the same. It's 4th and 1 on 25, and his goes wide right. And it was just pure pandemonium from the Eagles coming off the field. I mean, I had coaches coming behind me looking at me like, boy, we really kind of got past that one, because you could sense that people were feeling like it should have gone in and that they were preparing for overtime. But what was even more interesting about that is just the fact that, it was 4th and 1 to begin with, because, prior to that on second down, Kyler Murray scrambles, and I guess they felt like, and I didn't have a chance to listen to the full press conference, but it seems as if maybe Kyler Murray and the sideline felt or initially thought that he had picked up the 10 yards to make it first down. And then they spiked the ball, not realizing that they did not, and that they were short of the first down. So it was 3rd and 1, which now makes, after you do the spike, 4th and 1. So now you're almost forced to, do that in that situation. And then they end up missing it. So it's just, a conundrum of bad circumstances for the Cardinals at the end there. And clearly the Eagles are very elated. We just finished doing a lot of high energetic interviews in the locker room. You're going to see that later on CBS Sports HQ, where the tight ends have, let's just say, colorful outfits. Darius Slay is having a moment in the interview. So needless to say, the Eagles are having a good time after going 5-0.
Pure joy for the Eagles. But you mentioned on the other side of that, the Cardinals, they're now 2-3. I mean, what was the atmosphere like there at the stadium?
Well, it's just very disappointing, because coming into this game, the Cardinals were saying things like, the urgency is up. We have to get better this week. And though they were 2-2, and, that's not necessarily the best record of 500, the good thing is that everybody else in the NFC West was 2-2, but they know they have to get better. Offensively, they've been struggling. They've been stagnant. They came into this game outscored 31-0 in the first quarter and still went scoreless again in this game in the first quarter. So now they've been outscored 38-0. And so they're trying to get that going. This team a lot is waiting to the second half to try to muster some production. And people were even tweeting, why isn't Kyler Murray using his legs more? Because clearly when he kind of puts that battery in the back of his back, towards the end of the game, they pick up yardage. They move the chains. And he ends up having just 4 carries for 42 yards. One of them leads to the Eno Benjamin touchdown. And you're wondering why they're not doing that more. But, in all fairness, the Cardinals have been going through injuries at the wide receiver position. They've been fluctuating between who's in and who's out. But after DeAndre Hopkins serves this last week on a 6-game suspension, have to go one more week without missing their star wide receiver, I think that will be the big juice that will come back to this team to help lift them up. Because right now they feel a little stagnant, particularly after not getting this win. That has to be deflating, but it's a business. You got to move on psychologically and try to get another one until D-Hop comes back.
Yeah, no doubt. Disappointing night at home for the Cardinals. So good to see you though, Josina. Thank you so much for staying late for us. And here's another look at the final score over in Arizona. 2017, the Eagles get the win. Stay with us. We've got plenty more HQ coming on the other side.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.